Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for some more Guild Wars 2 gameplay. That's right, today we are going to look at some skill points. Skill points are going to be a super important thing in Guild Wars 2. They're going to be something you want to grab every single one you can find in your gameplay adventures. The reason is because skill points are necessary in order to purchase your utility skills. Now, the way ArenaNet has set things up is that your utility skills have, they're set up based on tiers. So you have a certain number of skill points that you can buy in, let's say, Tier 1. And then when you've gotten enough points in that tier, when you've unlocked enough skills in that tier, you can move on to Skill 2. And the idea is that the skills in Tier 2 are going to be slightly better than the skills in Tier 1, say. And depending on how you want to build your character, I mean, if you can find, your 3 utility skills that you want in Tier 1, good on you. Most of us, I think, are going to be taking stuff from Tiers 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. So getting those skill points is going to be super important. And thankfully, they're scattered all over the map. There's over 200 of those to get. Of course, the big question is, can you find the entrance to the skill point? As you can see here, we're going to be running around a lot trying to find just where exactly is the entrance to the skill point. That's part of the fun of the game too, though, is getting to experience the exploration, trying to find stuff, and hey now, we've got a lot of stuff going on right here. This is where getting the warrior's hammer control abilities into effect is going to be super important. We apparently have pulled a veteran and 2 of his little friends, so that should be fun. Kiting, of course, is super effective in Guild Wars, and as a warrior, you've got on the longbow there, pen down, which is actually completely immobilizes your opponent. That's actually something very important. Immobilizations play a huge role in the game because it actually completely locks a character out of having any control for the duration of the effect, and that can mitigate a lot of damage. It can interrupt important spells. But yeah, as you can see, the warrior just continues to rock that rock, and I survived. Even though we pulled a veteran and 2 of his friends, we still survived. Even though my friend there is under leveled, just by playing smart. By using the skills and abilities that we had, we were able to down the veteran mob there that's equal level with myself.
Oh, I didn't even notice that little tiny arrow.
The inventory. So full. Having salvage kits on you at all times is going to be a very important thing in Guild Wars 2 as well. Salvage kits, for those of you that don't know, are items that are used to break down either items or the salvage items that you find in the world into their base components, and then those components can then be sent to your bank or used for in crafting. But you do want to keep a salvage kit on you, because you got to get that stuff out of your inventory. It's otherwise it can be bad. Yeah. It can be bad, but hey, that's okay. Let's see, where is this skill point? You do want to stop too and res NPCs, res any fellow players that you see, because that is a little bit of experience for you. And getting that experience, any little experience boost, is a good thing in Guild Wars. Here we got some centaurs, the bane of the human race. The very first enemy that you're actually going to come across in Guild Wars 2 as a human character is the centaurs. Oh, hey, look, we found the hidden entrance. But my friend pulled. And we gotta be very careful because, oh, there's more, and he went down again.
I pulled a lot.
As you can see right now, we've got 3 more mobs on us, so I'm using my stuns, using my knockbacks, my cripples. I'm gonna cast my banner there, gonna charge. I mean, at this point, I'm popping every single thing I can think of in order to survive. Abuse line of sight if possible. Oh! Will I rally? Will I rally? So close, so close. You know, it's these intense type of moments. Oh, okay, got back up. It's these intense type of moments that that really make the game so exciting. Look at that. Nope, gonna get behind the tree. Dodge out of the way. See, these are all viable strategies that you can use to not manipulate, but just play the game the best way possible. Look at that. 3 mobs, die, you know, go down into the down state once, come back up, and now I can get back over here and resurrect my friend. That right there, that's good stuff. Of course, it would probably help if he had a shirt on. Yeah.
Nice.
But like I said, those kind of moments are stuff. I mean, you know, you'll never forget that when you're playing the game. I mean, because those moments are fantastic. I mean, there's stuff that just is so memorable. You know, remember that time that we took on, you know, that you accidentally pulled 3 centaurs and I actually managed to save our butts. That's just great. I love it. Of course, still trying to clear out some inventory space here, and then we'll move on to try and find the skill point. Now, I was watching the Tales of Tyria podcast the other day, and they were talking about the Mystic Chess, and how the Mystic Chess, in a lot of ways, you know, one of the hosts on the show started 3 more centaurs. He started with 20 Mystic Keys and bought out a whole bunch of boxes, got all the boxes, and he bought 20 boxes, went through the boxes, and he had 13 keys still left. So getting the Mystic keys for the chests are going to be, you know, pretty important, because you can actually get keys back in return, which that's a really, really nice benefit. Gotta run away again, line of sight, wait for my heal to come back off cooldown. So, you know, the Mystic keys might be the best way of going if you're going to actually spend real world money, provided you don't want things like the cosmetic, you know, the chef's hat and the pirate outfit, things like that. Because the Mystic chests do have a lot of the bonuses for you. They have the transmutation items, they have the XP boost, the magic find boost, the karma boost. You can get additional keys from them, all kinds of fun stuff. So, you know, definitely it's something to keep in mind when you're going to consider making real money transactions off the auction house, or if you're going to be converting your gold into gems. So, alright. Into the heart of the lion here. More centaurs. And here's 2 of them. Look at every one of these fights so far in this area has been multi-mob fights. That's good stuff. My friend here is saying that he almost got 1 shot because he is so low. His armor is so broken at this point. And he has no pants.
I have 1200.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I always have lower health.
Alright, there's the skill point. We can see it right there on that bonfire. But of course, there's a pack of mobs sitting right around it. What to do, I know. Let's break out with our handy dandy gun. The rifle. And of course, while we're standing there waiting, another mob spawns. That is one thing I will say, that I hope ArenaNet seriously takes a look at, is the respawn time on some of these mobs. Because I know one of the things that I had a lot of trouble with is that mobs, I mean, would kill a mob, move into the a little bit down the road to fight another one, and I'd have the mob spawn behind me. I mean, it seems a little too fast. I mean, I understand maybe it's just part of the beta that they don't want areas to become completely cleared out for players, but come on. I mean, the fact that we're standing in this, preparing our strategy, and the mob spawns right on top of us, I don't personally care for that. So hopefully they'll look at the respawn rates and get things taken care of there. And I'm a noob because I didn't dodge out of that. But thankfully, because I'm using the rifle here, it's a nice single target weapon. I'm just pulling these mobs one at a time out of this room so that we can hopefully clear the room and get to that skill point successfully. Looks like we got 2 more, and one of them, the last mob that we're going to face, is a champion mob, or excuse me, a veteran mob. There's several different levels there. Regular, veteran, champion, another mob spawned behind us. And then I believe legendary is the highest level mob. Those are reserved for King Adelburn in the Ascalonian Catacombs is a legendary mob. Ritlock and Air are legendary mobs. So they have a nice purplish banner around their names. And we're going to try and take this guy down here. Now you will notice too that on that volley skill, they've made a slight modification that instead of it showing the individual hits, it actually begins a counter, and the counter counts up for each hit of the attack. I personally kind of like that better because it lets us see just what exactly is going on with the skill, how much actual overall damage when I press that volley skill, how much it's doing. And of course I go down even though I've finished off the mob. And look at that. We completely had that room cleared before we pulled it, and now there's another mob spawned.
I pulled them simply by showing my naked skin.
Yeah, so we're going to finish this guy off here, get the skill point, and we'll be good. I do want to thank you guys so much for the tips and corrections. That's greatly appreciated. I do the best I can as far as knowing what goes on in the game, but the game is so huge that there's so much to learn. But we did successfully get that skill point, and I actually have completed all skill points on this character in the Kessex Hills. And yeah, it's a good time. So that was how you get to the skill point here in the south of Kessex Hills, right there in the Mirmont Hills. And of course, there's another mob spawned on top of me. But as always, feel free to like and subscribe. Those are greatly appreciated, and we're going to continue to bring you more Guild Wars 2 content in the days and weeks ahead. Until next time, enjoy.